Hello, can you hear me? Hi. How's everyone doing? I might have to move this. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, I can't move it. I'm trying to set up, but like all my cameras are over there, and I can't like actually see where I'm looking. So we're gonna pretend I'm looking at the camera as much as possible. I need to check to make sure your audio sounds good. Ooh, I didn't know you were putting it on. Alright, it sounds good. Welcome. This is a different setup. And that's because. Okay, I need to turn this cue off. But that's because I am planning on sewing today. As you might have seen at a sneak peek, I have my sewing machine back. So, we're gonna try to sew for a bit. I don't know how wretched the sewing machine's going to sound on stream. I'll try to watch chat as best as possible. But chat now is over here, so I'm looking at my laptop that's over here instead of typically straight ahead at my screen. And then over here we also have, if I turn this off, this is our sewing setup. So this is like the test piece. And so I've got like black thread. Ha! There's pins in this. So I have a couple things that I want to start with. I have already cut the fabric. So we've got these two kind of really pretty fabrics. Man, I was like sad realizing how many pins. So we've got this. Oh, never mind. So here, these are pockets. I'll show the pockets. So we've got this pretty black and white fabric. And then we have this pink and red and black. Seeing leg. Can't tell. Okay, that's just what my second monitor is seeing. Is like not the actual stream. Okay. And then we've got this pretty like black and red and reddish floral. So that's gonna be here. Here. Then if I switch cameras, maybe. Okay. And I'll set the actual. So like I'll set. This is like. So you may be wondering what are we making, Linnell? Well, we're making per request an apron. This is just like my black apron that I have at home that I used for like outline and shape of the what an apron's pattern should look like. And then I'm just doing tie straps. It's my first time sewing in quite a long time, so I don't think I've sewn since I made a really old body pillow that I don't use anymore, and it's at my aunt and uncle's. So what I think I'm gonna do is, to get started, I'm gonna take this scrap fabric that's been sewn on a couple times. I'll sew on it again. And like just make sure, get the black started. Kind of do some audio checks while we're doing this. Where's my thread capper? Cut this yellow yarn thread. Okay, this might have to go a little bit lower. Oh, there it is. There she is. There. Do I like this? I think I like this angle a bit better. Maybe go up a little bit. I'm going like up and down at the same time. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I liked the angle and then decided I didn't. Back it up a little bit, maybe? So now it's doing this, like, there we go. That's fine enough. But yeah, using this thread here. Maybe back up. Oh, no, we can't. Too many cables. My cable management for this quickest stream is abysmal. So don't pay attention to the cables in the corner. Let's just put the mic away a little bit. To the side here. Oh, moving my second camera now. So hopefully that didn't change too much. But what the plan is, I'll get it started on this. That's what I was doing. Just cutting this extra string, toss that in the trash. And so let's get this black thread. Let's set cameras, and I'm going to turn on like my cue to like, let's see how bad it sounds coming through on my mic. So what's going down? And so part of the reasons I'm starting with the straps is I can mess up with them. I don't feel like I can mess up with like the actual apron. So let's turn the cue on so I can hear in my headphones what's going on. Okay, let's reverse. Oh, Bootsy is on the computer. And he turned off the cue, so he is interested in, let's see. Can I get wide angle? Yeah. You're gonna get a lot of the back of my head, I feel like. Or background stuff. Whoa! I'm just deciding to change it all up. Okay, why is this so loosey-goosey? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I could give you a more solid look. Oh, that's my elbow. Let me watch that replay of me smashing my elbow. What's this camera? Okay. How far can I get this to go? That didn't work, guys. That didn't work. This is going to be quite the chaotic stream, let's be honest. I just knocked over the other angle, Bootsy. this streamer thing. This camera is being kind of rough. Okay. I think get the lens cover out of the way. And we can live with this. I don't hate it. Do you know what? This is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna call it and go with this. And then we'll just switch between these two. So like our close up. Boots is going to continue to invest. Okay, I gotta turn off the cue now. It's just an echo of myself in my ear. But Bootsy's gonna continue to investigate. Alright. Okay. I might have goofed. Oh no. Let's put this and then this there. There we go. There we go. I'll just have to watch for that. Alright. Time for the moment of truth. Can I sew in a straight line? The answer is probably no, but how far away can I get this? Okay, I can get to the 3. Can I make it to the 4? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to just like follow this 3 line. Okay. Brucey's watching intently. Now I reverse it. Put back on the 3 line. We're gonna go slow and steady, y'all. I'm going centered, right? I'm not. Okay, first pin out. Collection. Can you see that? Yeah. First pin back in. So we started with 4. We now have 5 pins in our little pin holder. And we'll keep going. Bootsy super. Let's see if we can. Let's do some wide angle. Oh, we can't even see my sewing. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I think it's looking fine so far. I'll probably have to trim my excess a bit, but I'd rather have excess that I can trim off than be too short. Bootsy. He's just so fascinated by this. I figured sewing, like, just getting started, because it's been so many years since I've actually sewed, getting started with just sewing in a straight line would be my best bet. Let's see. Also, that's 2 pins. Here's pin number 3. Hey, don't eat the thread. That we can't have him have it doing. Oh, I'm drifting a bit. It's 4 pins. Bootsy's just watching it. Okay, hold on. We're almost to the end here. Okay, there's 5 pins. Checking along chat. I'm just making a really long string for Bootsy. Okay. And there is 6. And we're gonna reverse it. Go forward again. Okay, and then we're gonna lift it. We're gonna lift the foot. I'm gonna pull. Oh, I created a loop somewhere in there. Gonna pull out and cut. And Bootsy is now going to very graciously inspect with his mouth. Jesus. Our little pin. Okay. So we have an inside out stripe. So I don't have one of those fancy tools to undo a loop. So let's see if we can get creative. And I might have to cut off a lot of my excess fabric for it actually to work. I also don't have like a serger, so let's just take my handy dandy fabric scissors and just give myself a little bit of a trim. Just along this line. Doesn't have to be straight on the inside, so I can live with that. So we have successfully sewed in a semi-straight line. I think that's a good win to start off with. Don't you think, Bootsy? Also, we're in like a frost warning. It's like just getting quite cold here. So like windows, we're batting down the hatches. Readying for the cold. What are you doing? Yeah. What? Don't leave that alone. Leave it alone. He's messing with the pin cushion. Alright. Trimming this up so that we can see about flipping it inside out. Huzzah! Cut this excess. Alright, I think we're gonna take this needle. Pootsy's interested in helping. Okay, let's see if we can like take this knitting needle and like stuff it in itself. I don't know if this is gonna work. I know there is like a special tool for this. I don't own one of those. I'm not much of a sewer. Maybe a 3-inch loop is too small. Slowly going down. See if I can like straighten it out. Also, Bootsy is fascinated by the sewing machine. Granted, he's quite fascinated by like things that move in general. So, he's currently chewing on my ball winder. Not my automated one, but my manual one. No. It's not good for your teeth. It's bad for your teeth, boy. Do you want to sit in my lap? Let's get the scissors on my lap. Then you can sit in my lap. There you go. You find a cozy spot for yourself. As long as it's not the laptop, I'm fine with it. Because he keeps pressing buttons on the laptop. Yeah, that's the one downside. This camera glitches, so we'll see if we can figure something else out in the long run. He's just, no, stay away from the computer. Maybe I need something thinner. I think these are actually thicker, but I'm just trying knitting needles at this point. Maybe like a crochet hook. Nope, I think that's gonna do the opposite. Yeah. I just undid all my work, guys. No, Bootsy, don't go on the computer. Oh, Bootsy. Camera down. Too high. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. I've watched like Mia Maple videos where she talked about this like this magical device that you basically stick through the little tunnel you make and you grab the other side and then you can pull it all the way through. I unfortunately just don't have one of those. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. You were in there before. You can go in there again. Working it down the best way I can. Slowly. to like. It's like all bunched up, so it's not like moving down and through it all. We might end up not flipping these, and I'll like. Oh, let's pull up on my phone how much these are. Oh. Okay. Tube Turner. Okay. Seems like there are multiple styles, but there's one Amazon listing that almost has like all of them. But it has no reviews. So I might. There's a quick turn fabric set, versatile. It looks like it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 10-piece? Nope. Rope. Okay, hold on. So there's a threader. But how do you do the turning? Okay. You put a tube in and then you basically take a stick and poke it through the tube. And then there's a second piece for elastics or adding like a core piece. Okay, okay. I think I'll get the one off of Walmart then. Also, like excitement, but we've got the sewing machine. So it's basically more or less what I'm doing, but like I'm missing like a center tube. Also, it looks fine. Let me here. Oh, you're on the second screen, aren't you? Apps. Walmart. And then it's gonna close on my phone. Then go back to main. I think this is something on my locker. Nope, no, this thing. So my source is going to be Walmart. Unhide this. Oh, what's this supposed to fit? There you go. Yeah, this thing. This is what I'm looking at. This little loop thingy. Okay, there you go. Found something fun. So I'm gonna continue to poke into this. Yeah, and yes, I am aware this camera does glitch a bit more. But I think until I get that, I think we'll leave actually turning those strips for later. So we'll just make the strips. Okay. Just get to the right direction. Alright. Line up with our 3 inches. Okay. Then we're going to do a couple forward stitches. Oh, hold our thread tight. And then let's reverse. And let's go take this pin out. Go forward again. We've got our guest. Take out our needle. Step it in. Do a little thread check. Looking good. We're weaving off, we're veering off. There we go. On needle 3, untwist this. This is gonna go investigate the tail I'm starting to hang off. Let's do a little camera switch quick. There we go. Come back. I know I'm not going super fast on this, like I said. Haven't done this in a while. Want to reduce the amount of times I prick myself. I'm also probably like, I'm sure I'm supposed to like pin it differently. Get into the white. Do a couple more. One more. Down and up. this out. Look at that. Come on. I think that's a decently straight line. Hey, careful, 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 dude. Dude, careful. There are needles and pins here. Okay. On to our next stripe. It's gonna give me a heart attack one of these days. Okay. Back on our 3-inch mark. Reverse it. I'm gonna go forward. Hey, get your nose out of there, dude. I need like some, maybe if I put this like here. My coworkers have been watching Dancing with the Stars. They've been really enjoying that. This season. Into 2, 3. I think we can get away with a 4th. So I want to go back, reverse a little bit more. That got a bit small. I can't with my there. Okay, then we're gonna lift. We're gonna trim. Maybe. And yeah, I kind of lost my straight line there. So I got like this. I didn't go straight back over when I reversed. But what I should be doing, which I didn't do on the last 2, is trimming off my excess. So let's switch cams. Again, I know this camera does kind of glitch out, but what I'm doing is I'm not gonna flip these tonight, but I am gonna trim off a little bit of my excess. What are you doing, dude? So that when I do flip, it's a bit easier. There's not as much bunching. Part of the reason I'm doing 3-inch instead of 4-inch for my loop is, or a 3-inch seam instead of 4-inch, is because I just didn't have the thickness. When I was cutting these were kind of the straight scraps that I could get. From leftover, I think this was like 2 yards of fabric. Might have just been a yard. Each of these 2 patterns that I cut out the apron out of. So, like I said, I'm making an apron. I got picked up some fun yarn. I do have a specifically requested COVID mask apron to make out of like old COVID masks that I cut off. Cut off that excess just a bit. But taking some old COVID masks and making an apron out of it, or out of them. And so I figured that I wanted to, it would be easier to start with. He's playing with the strings of my like pattern to follow apron. But I figured it would be easier to start with like large sections of fabrics and make an apron instead of going straight into the small scraps of masks to an apron. What are you doing, dude, back there? What'd you just knock over? Can't even see what he knocked over. But I hear it. I heard it get knocked over. He's a menace to society, and I'm society. I don't see anything knocked over, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. But yeah, it's cold now. He just pulled the apron off the desk. I got a heating pad underneath me, as you do when it's cold. Hope everyone's night's going well. After I'm done with trimming this and we do the 4th strap and trim that, what I'll do is the edging on the pockets so that we won't have to flip. But I want to give us some nice edges for the pockets. So what I'm doing is just gonna fold the edges of the squares. I didn't entirely have enough pins to like do all 4 edges so that we can go straight in a square. So what I'm going to do is once that was almost bad. Alright, next one done by the way. But once we're done scrap pile here. Boots is gonna knock it over, I'm sure. It's only inevitable till he gets to it. I'm gonna put this needle away though, as I'm gonna put away these needles. But what I want to do is finish the straps as far as I can. Honestly, I should just remove that ball winder. It's only gonna get in the way as I start sewing more now that I have a sewing machine. I have my electric one now. That's my phone, dude! Oh, Bootsy's being extra menacey today. Okay. Let's get in the 3-inch range. Oh. Go. I'm gonna hold it tight. Go 3 inches in. Now go forward again. Oh. Like that. Even though I feel like I'm going fast, I'm dropping pins. Hold on. It's almost a recipe for disaster. Also, I'm going narrow. Got a twist. Let's untwist this quick while we're paused anyway. I think this one all the way down I did have enough to go for, but I'm gonna be consistent across the project. Forward again. Lost my line again, man. Just not doing straight. I think it's because I'm grabbing it from the other side, meaning, oh shoot. Bootsy, can you grab that for me? Cause you're right there. No, you're supposed to give it. I had it. It's just the fact that I have a cat. I have to fight for it. Got it. I win. Okay. Now let's cut our excess. But yeah. Let's go to close up. Camera. Let's actually switch. But yeah, I lost the straight line again. As you can kind of see right towards the end here. Oh well. It still works. It's still locked in place. Excuse me, sir. This is not for you. Alright, we're gonna just start trimming. I know it's a lot of sewing straight lines. Like I said, I'm getting back into the swing of sewing. I have not sewed in many, many years. We're doing our best with the setup. What I think I want to do is actually next time have like the computer over there, and maybe I can get one of my webcams propped up on the computer. But part of the reason my close-up has to be my non-glitchy camera is because my glitchy camera really blows out what I'm doing. And the new camera, the 4K camera, has a nice balance. Or like it has a better white balance or automated white balancing, so it will automatically correct white balancing, whereas like I have to manually change the white balance every time with my other camera. What I might end up doing is just getting rid of this camera entirely and getting like a second one of these, because it is nice to have like two cameras, but honestly, just not right now. I've made enough big purchases back to back where I'm fine with this. I have only really been using it for silly gags during most streams. It's just because we're doing this sewing thing, which is unique. So we got our straps trimmed down. We got a cat being a menace. And now, okay, so what I'm gonna do is when I sew this, I'm gonna sew it on this side. So I'm gonna be turning. I think what I want to do is I want to pin in the turn. Let's actually get the fold solidified. Oh, that's not actually far enough for my 3-inch seam to, my 3-inch line. Okay. This is where I want to pin this way. So I'm gonna do this. Try not to poke myself. Bootsy, are you just fascinated by this? You know, it's just riveting content for you, Bootsy. I think I'm actually sewing on the wrong side of the machine, but also, like, my lines are on this side, so I feel like I'm not sewing on the wrong side of the machine. I feel like newer sewing machines have them. Maybe that's what this tape's for, though. I think this tape was supposed to be the opposite line, and like this. You guys can't see it from this. Ooh. But like, I think this tape here is supposed to be like an inch line or 3-inch. See? It's not inches. I know it's not like feel straight, but also not. Let's actually put that last pin in. Okay. If I flip this over, does this look like a square? Tape measure. About just 9 and a bit. 9 and a bit. And this way. Got 8 and a quarter. Short. We're short on this side. So let's check now. Eight and a quarter. Eight and a quarter. Woo! Okay, But this guy come check out what I'm doing. Bootsy, you're gonna hurt yourself. Oh, I need to go one more stitch. Yeah, I'll just do like a corrective lean. Dilly 10. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Ah. Hey, watch out, Bootsy. Shoot. All right. Oh, hey Vanessa. Hello. It is working beautifully. I may not be the best user of said machine, but the machine itself is doing perfectly fine. Ooh. Let's check my bobbin. It's still good. Bobbin's still good. We just made the square. We've been doing a lot of just lines, you know, just lines. So we made a bunch of straps here. So strap. I also have ordered a strap flipper so that I can flip these straps inside out because I tried by hand. It was not working. You can watch that earlier in stream. Well, I don't want to keep you from sleep too much. This is one of the fabrics we're using to make an apron. I had to stash the apron. That just my apron for reference. Hold on, let's switch cameras. So this is like my apron for reference. This is what I traced this pattern out of. I do have everything cut. It was one of those situations where I cut everything and then I went to go actually do it on the sewing machine and the sewing machine stopped working. I probably could have doubled this. Like, I should have had it back on this, but oh well. It's a pocket. It's gonna go right here. And the receiver of this can live with it. And so, because I'm making a double-sided apron, I'm just gonna have to live with it twice. Flip this. But yeah, things have been going good. I love this fabric. It's quite pretty. I got it from Walmart. I think it was like a yard or two a piece. I don't fully remember. But I bought like a bunch of fabric from Walmart. And I have it on the bottom of my cart over there actually. I'm gonna turn this way. Yeah, these are gonna go this way anyway. So these two sides of the apron are gonna be sisters, not twins. Just like your eyebrows. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. Doing a lot of simple stuff to get started because your girl needs something simple to start with. I can't get too much started on like the actual body of the apron though until I have the straps done because I want to be able to sew the straps into in between the like in between the two fabrics when I sew them together. So like the apron's gonna be double lined, but it's gonna be like sneakily double lined because it's two-sided. And I can't put on the pockets until it's done as well, because what I'm thinking for the pockets is it'll be kind of like a once everything's assembled and it's all secured, I'm gonna like just line them up, kind of. If I do that, I gotta make the pockets the same size, and I don't know if they're the same size. Okay. What's this pocket size? Where's my tape measure? Oh, they're already not the same size. 9.5. Not 9.5. Is this way 9.5? Also not 9.5. Okay. It's like an entire inch shorter. Okay, maybe I'm just folding in too much edges here. Can I get away with this? I should be able to. Also, sorry, chat's over here, so more painting at your daughter's. Ooh, yeah, you'll be a little bit sore. No puzzles, Sean? Yeah. Thank you for your confidence in my very... Oh, I almost lost a pin in a blanket. That would have been sore later on. But like, you know how for like quilts, you like quilt them together? You know, you do the quilterly thing of doing like kind of like embroidery style patterns. Hold on, I'll put this straight into the fabric. I'm gonna kind of do something like that. Like, I'm debating if I should do something like that as well. And just like to secure the aprons together a bit more. I could probably do like a stitch across the waist as like a supporting stitch almost. And then I'm gonna... Bootsy! That's not what you do with the chair. It's very rude, sir. Also, Bootsy's been fascinated by the sewing machine. He's enjoyed watching me use it. So, don't worry, just because we're in a different angle, you'll see Bootsy. If you go and watch the recording later too, you'll see him plenty. He had his nose all up in this business. Right, Bug? He's behind the cameras now. But the moment I start sewing again, he's gonna be like, let me see that. Let me be in what you're doing. Let me be around this machinery. But yeah, I'm hoping by making this like a two-way like flippable apron, it kind of just like does the need of double siding a regular fabric or like using a heavy fabric. Okay, so this is 9 inches. 9 inches. 9 inches ish. And then solidly 8 inches. Solidly 8 inches. Yeah, let me know. Like, I tried to listen to myself and I didn't think it was too loud, but let me know if I actually when I actually start sewing, and if you think it's too loud on the mic. It didn't sound too bad when I was testing it, but having others' opinions is always good. As I begin. Immediately almost fail. Okay, let's pin that, and then we're gonna reverse it. Apparently I can't reverse in a straight line. Then we're gonna go forward again. We're just gonna follow our 3-inch marker. I know it's not inches, I'm just pretending it says inches. Damage our needle by sewing over a pin. Okay. Oh, nice, perfect. That's fine. I love that. So what I'm doing here at these corners is I'm going all the way to the end. I think I can get one more stitch in. And then I'm reversing it back over the seam, going forward again, and then like eyeballing it, lifting and turning. Eyeballing it to the 3 marker on my sewing machine. What is it even? It's not an inch, so what is it? What's this? It's not even like, it's like a quarter of an inch. No, not a quarter of an inch, 1/8 of an inch marker. Okay, let's continue. And then I go over where this seam is, and then I reverse it back, and I'm trying to go all the way to the top edge to like really lock it in. Now I'm gonna go forward again and continue and like take out pins as I go. Again, it's been a hot minute since I've actually sewn everything. I did not sew during the pandemic. Ooh, pins flying. So I am taking the pins out at every single. I'm having to pause my sewing at every single pin because I did a lot of pins and oh shit. Going forward again. Only till like I feel like it's marker, we're gonna flip and turn. That's a little short, but what can you do? Because it's about in between stitches. Just kind of shimmy everything over. make a non-straight line, and then we're gonna reverse. Put one more in there. And we're gonna go forward. And then, like I said, that's what I did on the last one. We'll do that all the way around on this one. But yeah, I'm not good enough to keep sewing and as I take out the pins. I'm just when I was doing the long straight one, weirdly that one was like semi-fine. I was still kind of pausing, but I was a lot better than I am right now. Might just be because I have so many pins in here. Again, half an inch between. Need water. At work, we made our Halloween costumes, which was fun. We're going as different tax forms for work. They do like team costumes. So the lab I'm in, we're all going as like tax forms, and then our manager is going to be Bootsy. I know you'll love the sewing machine. It's your best bud. Hold on. I know what to do. Here you go. Are you fascinated, Bootsy? Hey. Like, I let him be curious. I let him, like, sniff it and, like, put his nose kind of in it. But I don't really... Oh, got turned. Don't really want him getting hurt by getting his nose pinched in something. You know? So I let him smell, I let him investigate, and then I tell him to get his nose out of there. Especially if it's moving. No. No. He's messing with the thread. Don't mess with my tension, sir. Don't mess with my tension. Okay. So sewing wise, this might be all that's possible. The other thing we could do is we could flip out threads and stitch some fun yarn together, or fabric together, to kind of make our squares or our larger shapes for my mom's sewing machine. Or we put Bootsy in our lap and we get stuck here. Hey. Oh, we might be stuck here. I don't know what else we can do. We've got our fabric, so we got this one. We've got... He's hilarious. We got these two. They are just a bit different in size. But I don't think it's anything too bad. I actually think I can still kind of just line them up when I want to sew them together. I just have to make sure that I go... My phone's down here. I don't want to mess with my phone too much. I just gotta remember that to go a little... What I'll probably use is the flower one, the red one as a guide, and just because it's the technical smaller one, and so I'll be a little bit in on the lines for the black and white one. Bootsy's fascinated by the fake drawers. They just made a clanking sound. Yes, the sewing machine dresser thing does have fake drawers on it. They don't do anything, they're just decorative handles and decorative carving to look like drawers. They don't do anything. Oh, sorry. They don't do anything. I have a pile of fabrics over in the corner that I want to sew together. And I need to look at it to determine what color to do, because I'm just about done on this black bobbin. What I should do is order more bobbins, try to see if I can find more of the bobbins that go with this machine. Because there's been some casualties. What can I do? I think I've shown you my fabric, so I got like bee and flowers and scripture and flowers and squares. You're just comfy. But I have cut up the actual apron looking fabric. So this is the same fabric that everything else is on. I've just cut them out. So what the plan is, so we've got them in the apron shape. And I've got bad side to bad side, because that's what I'll need to do. Sew it with. Then I believe I'll have to double check, but I think these here are supposed to be hard corners, but I've already like tapered them, so they're not hard corners. But I'll have to double check that, because I gave myself like an inch clearance on these. But then the goal is to put, like, on this pink one, I'm going to put the black and white straps in. And or the black and white pocket on, and then on the black and white one, I'm gonna do the pink pocket. Let's just hope I remember that. Well, it's not so much the bobbin size. So the Singer, this old Singer is a touch and sew, and it has a self-winding bobbin. And so, like, my bobbins broke, but I think they like mass produced a bunch of extra bobbins because they are kind of like a flimsy plastic. But let's see if I can find these. Bobbin. Oh, they're still like on market. Beautiful. Is the right size? No. Well, let's check. So you have to find. I have a digital copy of my manual. I technically do actually have the manual. It is just very very old. Okay. Let's see. Find and document bobbin. Thank you. I know there's the word bobbin in this document, but let's pretend it is. Okay, do they not, they don't have like a table of contents? Okay. They have a get to know the machine. Okay, there it is. Changing the bobbin, page 9. Yeah, I just have like up on hand all the time. Okay, it's not saying what bobbin it has. Do you think it's gonna be at the end of the document? Because I'm not seeing it like what style bobbin it has. It's nothing, nowhere. Talks about the different pressure foot. Okay. Transparent bobbin. Yeah, it doesn't even say like what the style bobbin has. Come with touching. Well, let's go down to page 71. Because it says there are additional items to purchase there. So, sneezing, man. Okay, you can Google it. Yeah. Okay. Touching. So, 758. Bobbins. Okay. It is the 163131. So I had some bobbins up on Walmart. Oh, perfect. Okay, so, no, where'd you go? I had you there. Yes, Pootsy, I love you too. He's all curled up next to me. I love him with all my heart. If anyone hurts my child, they will have to face my fury. Okay, if I scroll down, they have some. So Vac USA has the 613131s, which is the touch and soap. Okay, so it's $15 off the Walmart website. You're so precious. I will fight anyone that tries to harm you. I might just get them from this shop here because they're $5 here. It's a 10-pack for $5. Why would I spend $15 for a 10-pack? That makes no sense. And then I'm getting. Okay. I hope I can actually buy from this website. And it's like, you have to actually be a certified repair shop to buy parts from us. This is like really handy though. It's like a catalog of everything that goes with that specific sewing machine. That's really cool. Like it's all the accessories for the sewing machine. I love it. But I'm still gonna just buy the bobbins. I hate just buying bobbins though. Like that. Can I? No. Okay. Oh, hold on. I might as well just get 2 packs of this right away if shipping's gonna start at $6, I might as well spend the $15 for 20. Spain still isn't getting calculated. Okay. Yeah. Then. Yeah, so I'll just get 20 right away. And then I never, because I think part of it is a me problem because I think I'm a little bit too aggressive with the bobbins when I'm screwing or unscrewing them because they do kind of break. They do kind of break when they're in my possession also. So precious. Okay, switch cameras. Hold on. Booty cam. Oh, he brings me so much joy. I can't believe it. Like, it is unreal the amount of joy I get from him. Like, just... Okay. I made that purchase. Oh, yeah, so I'll show you. So this machine is really nice. Okay, can I get the... So I do have to switch it back into sew mode, but to like wind mode, it's to flip this. All I have to do is like flip this out, and this is the mode to wind. Wind the bobbin, and then because you want to have it open to watch the bobbin get wound, so you know which level you're at. But then what's really nice is literally closing the foot. You can see it now. Closing it puts it back into sew mode. So like as long as you're not trying to sew with it open like this, it's fine. So it's back in sew mode. This is wind mode with this little foot thing out. And that's sew mode. Yeah. Also, yeah. Let's go back to Bootsy Cam because Bootsy Cam is best cam. Ooh, I'm catching things. Yeah, these old machines are kind of cool. It'll definitely it's last me a long time as long as I take care of it. I have a lot of the original equipment still, so like the box that the stream camera's been on is actually the old box that all the parts are in. And so now that I've moved, sorry to disturb you, sir. So Looking at this, I only have one bobbin that still kind of works, seemingly, and I'm actually gonna unwind it anyway, because loved Ken Moore. Your dad was a tailor. I learned to sew from him as a 5-year-old, sitting at his feet while he was in the machine. Yeah. This is just an old Singer Touch and Sew. It's from. Where's it from? Let's go to page 1. It is from copyright for the instruction manual is 1970, so I'm gonna assume it's a 1970. Yeah, I was debating if I should get a newer sewing machine, especially while this was. You know what? That's fine. Bootsy, you should rest. You're being so cute. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. But yeah, I only have the bobbin in the machine and this bobbin left. So, getting 20 more is perfectly fine by me. Okay, can I open this? Yeah, and the thing was, it was more so like I was looking, especially while I was at that like 12-week mark, or like when I took it into the shop and they're like, it's gonna be 10 weeks. I was like, well, yes, hello. We have a kitty, a high sea death, 420, nice. Yes, we got Kitty. He's kind of trapped us here, so we can't get like any more sewing stuff. He is such a cutie. He is a gray tuxedo. And you can kind of see it in his tail, but he has a little bit of like tabby ringlets in there. But that's, he was likely the runt of his litter. And the rest of the litter was all tabby. And he, for some reason, was the only non-tabby cat. Okay. Hole. Okay, yes. I've got 2 bobbins that are not currently broken. Because this one in here is broken. It does not, it doesn't sew together. I think I'm just going to keep the top half and not the bottom, because the bottom part is what's broken in this one. He is quite the character, I'd say, but he's also pretty chill. Like, he's not overly rambunctious. Like, we got thread here, you know, that it's a cat and string. Like, we're dealing with cats and string. Otherwise, he's just a lovable little guy. Yeah, he's just he you know, he can be, he'll roughhouse like any other cat. He has his 3 a.m. playtime, but he lets me know when it's bedtime because he'll like start yowling and be like, "Mom, why are you still awake?" He's got like a little milk stash. I don't know if I said it earlier. His name's Bootsy, by the way. Um, but yeah, Bootsy, look over here. He's got a little milk stash. He's got uncommon eyes for a gray tuxedo too. Um, so he's got like the golden eyes instead of green. Yes, as Butterfly said on YouTube, he is curious and playful. You know, he is quite the curious, playful little guy, but he also does he's loves his naps and he loves his cuddles from mom. He's very much a pack animal in the sense of I am his pack. He's a mama's boy through and through. He lets me give him raspberries. He is such a good boy. He definitely can be. He has a couple nicknames. So he's Bug. Bootsy, my little bug. Bootsy Bug. I also call him Menace to Society, where I'm society. Because like sometimes he's just a little menace. He's a cat being a cat, you know. I don't hate him for being a mess. Yeah. You gonna clean up a bit? But yeah, I was gonna get more fabric to like switch over to, because until I had to order some things, so I have these. I made these little strips. And he's gonna be playful. But I made these little strips. But if you might notice, they're currently inside out, because that's how you sew them. And so I don't have a flipper. And so I had to order a flipper, and so waiting on that to come. And then we can finish this, but we got an apron. We're working on an apron, so this is one fabric for a pocket. This is the other fabric for the two sides of the apron. And basically, this pocket will be on the side that has this fabric, and this pocket will be on the side with this fabric. And then I have straps in the fabric too. Yeah. Yes. You're a good boy. Your fans love you, don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to see if I purr. It's not really purring right now. Oh, you left the braid scratches. Yeah. Oh, it's not. He has like a pink. He has like the multicolored paw. So like he's got his black toe beans and then the pink toe beans. Let's see if we can get him to show off his paw. We're not black. Yeah. Okay. So like you can see on this paw, this toe bean's black. Also, thanks for the follow. And then these toe beans are pink, but like, yeah, he's got like that multicolor toe bean action going on. But dude, we're trying to show off your toe beans. What? Can I get? Yeah, here's another black one. It's one of those things where it's like the base pad is typically black on most of his paws, and then more of the toe beans are pink, and then there might be like one or two black, right? See, this one's inverted from the other one, so it's one pink and then a bunch of black, but still the black toe bean. He absolutely loves me. He puts up with so much for me. He's such a curious little fellow. He's over here. He was playing on the sewing machine earlier. I'm fully trapped here. I can't I can't move. So we've kind of come to an impasse in stream. Truly speaking. Stream is at an impasse. We're no longer crafting. We are just cat. No longer crafting and chatting. It's just cat and chatting. he's just cleaning me away. I think he likes the salty sweat. I know. I can't move. And he like sat down as I was getting ready to get up to get the fabric. Oh, sorry. I touched his box with my foot. That's what he's perking up about. Boop. I boop your nose. I boop your nose. Boop. The tail flip. My aunt and uncle, their cat has like a little white fuzz at the end of their tail, and it distracts her all the time. She chases after that thing all the time. It's hilarious. Sorry, he is fascinated by my foot that is on his box. I'm making up for all the hydration I don't get at work. Let's see if I can get my leg rest out a little bit further. So that my legs aren't so cramped. There we go. There we go. Gotta turn back a little bit. Are you cozy, bug? Are you cozy little bug? Well, it wasn't even that was moving. So he has a little box on the other side. Here, let's see if we can show it. So he has like this box here. Kind of like see it back there? And it's open. And he hears me like hitting it and it's making the tape on the box crinkle. Yeah, it's truly the cat box. It actually was the box that the mannequin came in. This mannequin came in. But now it's the Bootsy box. What are you doing? Oh, he's up. I can move again. Alright, let's move it back to sewing cam. So sewing machine cam. And then you got wide angle. Hee hee. He puts up with shenanigans. Yeah. He doesn't love with it, but he puts up with it. I will say I don't think it's a threat. He loves that this thing moves and makes noise. It's so fascinating to him. It's hilarious. He like loves this. Like I have a thermal printer. When that printer goes off, he is like all up and in it. Oh, there he goes. And he's off. He has left the building. I'll grab the fabrics I'm talking about though. Hold on, I'm gonna get up, grab those fabrics. I'm not gonna start anything with them, but we'll see. Additionally, last stream, we were crocheting this hat. I did finish it off camera. The only... Yeah, he has work to do. Absolutely. Probably drink water. So this is a commissioned gift for someone. The only final touches is adding a tag. So I have my marker here where I want to add the tag. That's all is left on this hat. But they have to pick out what color of tag is because this is rainbow. It's hard to like pick a color for me, and I wanna like. I think they knowing them, I think they go with brown, but because I have brown, black, or white tags, and so I think they would go with like the brown or white one. But it's one of those things where it's like all three of the tags actually go pretty well with this. But if you put it on brown, it might become like, because there's no actual color it leans towards because it's rainbow, I don't want to like force her to have it lean earthy or cool toned. But I will say it is already a warmer tone. Brown. I do think brown is definitely a good color, but I'm going to let her pick her color of choice. Also, I'm going to turn this off so that I don't accidentally bump the foot and it starts going off. So, let me grab the fabrics. And yes, I have a heating pad. It's cold. It's cold where I am. Okay. So, today was my first time sewing in many years. So, we're doing something simple called straight lines. The simplest of things to sew. Straight lines. Which is why we were working on our straps and our pocket edges. But with that now done and us having to wait on, or slash me, having to wait on my... I've ran over my cord again. So now there's loop in it. But now that I have to wait on the loop flipper, or the strap flipper, whatever it's called, I think I can start... Sorry. Oh, sorry. I think I can start working on the next kind of part of this project, which is... a second apron. So this is like my learner's permit apron that I'm doing before the more complicated one. And the more complicated one is with face masks. So these are old COVID masks. Let's actually switch cameras because it's going to be more detailed. Let's turn. I don't think that's it. I think I'm covering the usefulness that would be this light. There you go. I'll turn it off if I don't think it's useful, but. So. Is this doing anything? No. So, we've got a bumblebee mask. We've got the circles. And I have already seam ripped them all. Whoo! So we've got, sorry, the jelly beans. And I have already kind of mock laid them out, but of course you lose inches, and I tried to account for the lost inches, but who knows? Just flowers. So I do have some like extras. Soccer balls for different sports teams. Just yellow. This gingham plaid. More flowers. Flowers and cutesy bugs. Again, flowers and cutesy bugs. Circles. Again. More yellow. Yellow gingham. Find that. I don't know what this pattern's called, but it's like that chevron kind of thing. Sports ball. Map. Unicorn. Jelly beans again. Hufflepuff. Gamer. Butterflies. Anchors. I'm not using the blue. The blue has been my like scrap fabric of like when I was first trying to test my sewing machine. Flowers. More flowers. Grilling. Hot dogs. Oh yeah, my mom basically gave me all the masks. She's like, we don't need these anymore, so can you make an apron out of these? Bees. We hoarded masks for sure. Flowers. Like this is like, I don't know, it looks like it's patterned, but it looks like dirty yellow rag. I don't know how, it's like a tie-dye, dirty tie-dye yellow rag. It's the best I can describe that with. Ketchup and mustard. That went with the grilling. Green. I think, yeah, there are definitely some really pretty ones in here for sure. That chevron again. Flowers. Again, this was the test mask, this plain blue one. Seeing if I needed to do a zigzag if I could. Trying to figure out on the sewing machine, and then the sewing machine stopped working. More flowers. And then we got blue. And then these like two masks you can't really use because they're a different fabric. They're, you know. But I will say, while this is quite the load, and I will, like, I have scraps from the first apron. Scrap pieces. Hold on, let me switch cameras because I've seen the scrap. So, if I don't need to use any of this on, which in theory I shouldn't, but like if I don't need to use any of this at all on my first apron, then this and this. Oh, I found more green. But the scraps from that apron, because I'm going to use that up first, is going into the second one. Oh yeah, so the plan is to sew all these pieces together and then do like the front half of one apron. Like the goal is to make one apron out of the front. Yeah, so I'm gonna sew all these, and like ideally I do squares, but I'll see how successful I am with that. Maybe I won't do squares. We'll find out. But I think I might have to supplement with this. But that's only going to be one side, and these are thin enough, you're going to want like a second side. So, besides just this, I got some additional fabric. So, I'd probably do these together and on like a third apron, because I'll say this, my mom loves aprons, so I don't think she's gonna complain about me making aprons for her. Let's see, can I block? Can I get this close enough so we can see it? But like this is like a flower with butterflies in red, and then they've got that same pattern in this blue, but then they come in like these sets of like different patterns too. So we've got ginghams. So both these have a gingham in this color, these chevrons in the color, a different gingham, and then like this floral. For some reason though, I couldn't find this whole thing in the purple, but I love the purple. But they had 1 yard of just the purple, like, yes, the inside doesn't have to be fancy, but my thought is I could make it reversible. So then she can wear it either way, which is what I'm doing with the first apron. It's going to be fully reversible. So she can pick whichever side she wants to have showing. Yeah, but yeah. So I got these. And so I'm thinking on the other side I'm going to do something a little bit similar, but I'll do it with like larger squares. Lizzie, that's the chair. You don't do that to the chair. That's rude. So we've got seashorls and like beach theme, music notes, scripture, because my mom is Christian, as am I, but not that Christian. Well, neither of us are that Christian. We've got butterflies in pink, and then bumblebees. And so I thought I would be able to like combine all of these to make the back. And make it in a patchwork style, but a bit simpler than what I'm doing with the front. So that's like the overall goal. And so what additionally, so I'm doing the first apron that's in these two fabrics with black thread. But what I'm thinking, because I just bought this whole set and I don't know if you can see him. Hey, get off the chair. Don't scratch on this chair. It's rude to scratch on chairs. And you did it at my birthday dinner. But I just picked up the other day. Mostly part of the reason more fabric. Dude, calm down. Calm down. He is menacing it right now. He has gotten all wound up. I don't know what, but something wound him up. Hey. Gotta get him to leave the cables alone. It's a bigger thing. But let's see if I can reach it. I might not be able to reach it. I can't blame him, but I can scold him lovingly. Ooh. Try, man. Trying to get it. Okay, got it. Jeeper creepers. But I got this set of. Here, let's go to this camera because this one glitches less. So I got like this full set, and my thoughts is because there's so much yellow in the random one, I think I'm gonna sew the masks together with the yellow thread, and then I'll probably use white or maybe like a pink. I also have like a soft purple, not in this, but like I just have a soft purple, and so I'm thinking of he's playing with the rolly cart. You should get out of there. You're a goofy goober. But yeah, that is the plan with those. So let's put these back. But you should really leave that alone. I would very much appreciate it if you left it alone. Can you do that? Huh? Can you do that? For me? He's not leaving it alone. And then I think we're just gonna put all this fabric on the cart. Like where it was before, which was on the floor. The cart's so much better. But what I do, once I'm done with these aprons, the next, or at least part of the aprons, because I kind of want to make them be Christmas presents, so I want to prioritize them a bit more, just because deadlines. But what I want to do is I've crocheted these bags, and I want to sew a lining for them. So on some black fabric, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace out, remove this V, and then trace out basically to here. In the bag, and just like do this whole like V shape and make the V at the top this side too, so it's gonna kind of just like be this shape, and then I'll do another one for the square, and I'll do that a couple times because I have another bag all made up, and then I have a purple one I'm about to make. Yeah, so these are granny squares. So this is with red hearts all in one, which is fun, but it's a very, it's great for blankets, and it's a fine bag, but like they're a good market bag too. But if I add a lining, they can be more than a market bag and can hold whatever you want. But yeah, then I have this bag of squares, and then I don't know how well you can see it. Let me switch cameras. The other camera might be able to pick it up better. I'm working through that ball of yarn for those. It's not done yet. It's definitely not done yet. But I have to finish that ball of yarn first. It'll be well be. I don't know if it's gonna if it's gonna be a lot of work. It's not bad assembling them. One of the niceties of the all-in-one yarn is you don't have to like weave into your ends, which is my least favorite part of any crochet projects. Currently I have, where did I put it? Oh, I put it on the desk over there. I have a pair of pants over there that is entirely crocheted. I just have to weave in the ends. I have this little bunny guy here, who I have all his parts except his eyes made. I just have to sew them on. It is the hand sewing part that is my least favorite part. Here he comes. Here he comes. He is like a menace. He is summoned by the loose thread. He sees it. He smells it. He is well aware of it. And he has been summoned. What's he? What you doing? There's boxes there. There's cables there. Can you get not in there? Oh, he's attacking my foot under the blanket. Come here. Come here. Hey, don't. That's my cutting mat. Don't chew on that. Come here. But yeah, that's, I think, all I really had planned for stream. Also, additionally, Sea Death, because you're new, I do typically crochet, and I actually have a different setup usually. The reason we're in this setup is solely because of the sewing machine. I'm actually gonna turn this one this way. So I don't typically look away from the camera to talk. It is just solely because, nor do I usually turn away from my microphone to talk. It is solely because of the setup we have right now. Yeah. I don't know how that looks. That's really close on my face. Keepers. Let's back you away a little bit. Hands distance away. But we typically are faced literally the other way. Crocheting away. Or knitting. I've been knitting. I've got no cat behind me. Okay. That. I can reach it. Technically I can reach it, but comfortably, can I reach it? I have this. What are you doing? Yeah, eat the spider. Eat the spider, Bootsy. Don't play with it. Eat it. You lost the spider, didn't you? He's playing with the spider, man. Okay, let's see. Can I like slightly turn this way? Bootsy's decently good at his job. He's currently playing with it though, and not actually eating it. So I still have a spider wandering around here. It's a little goober. Hold on, let me. Where's my mouse? Not that one. I have a mouse that's. Is that what you knocked? I heard him knock something over earlier. I was like, why'd you knock over? What is the gosh dang mouse? Oh, did I click? Did I click anything on my phone? He's such a goofy goober. He's a goofy goober. Okay. Let's slowly just I'm slowly bringing us back to like basic spot. This is technically camera's all the way up there, but I'll prevent us from moving much further. He's just like, hold on. Let's pull up this other camera still. Let's go on the Bootsy watch cam. He's just over there playing with this gosh dang spider. Did you lose it? Oh, it looks like he lost the spider. I just have a spider lost in my apartment now. I will say, I know the camera that's currently up does glitch. So it is my like secondary camera. I do have my main higher quality camera, which is the one that I was using for the close-up shots. He's just living his best life, just searching. But yeah, so typically we're closer to this, turned this direction. It is getting drier and drier the closer we're getting to winter, man. And then I'll just knit or crochet. My knitting was closer, so I'll just go on my own, just knitting away. I don't. Honestly, I think with that though, I am tired. Gotta work in the morning too. Looks like my computer's angry and wants to update. So, with that, I think I'll end stream. So, let's go find a channel to raid. Pop out. Who do we want to raid? Who else is crafting? Yeah, it was nice meeting you. I'd love to see you around again. Got some 3D printers. This person is sewing. You know what? We were sewing, so let's go there. They're working on a vest. It looks like they've got Nemo's expert supervision. That sounds like Bootsy's expert supervision. Let's check them out. Ooh, they just got pizza. Perfect. Alright, let's go and start the raid. So with that, thank y'all for joining me. It was a blast. I'll be here probably next week. I'm going to see a comedy show this weekend with my mom. So good night. Unless you crossed over. Alright. Alright. Bye. Alright, for those still on YouTube, I'll say bye.